if you're an iPad owner, trust me, some of the apps are bound to catch your eye. My name is Prithviraj and these are my favorite apps for the iPad Pro. Let's start with something fun actually. This app is called Delta. I often use this one more on my iPhone, but this deserves a feature to be honest. For the longest amount of time, Apple didn't care about emulators and stuff. In case you don't know what an emulator is, it basically allows you to play those retro games on your phone or iPad in this case. I was really a big fan of the Nintendo games that we have, Super Mario, Contra, Pokemon Fire Red and stuff. To be honest, ever since it came out, I finished the entire Pokemon game in almost 1.5 days. But the thing is that this app isn't really optimized for the iPad, but I'm just happy that it's there as of now. Back in the days, we actually had to jailbreak our iPad in order to do that. But now we can download them legally. So that's something I really appreciate. So here are some of the ROMs that I own. Contra, Super Mario, Mario Kart and stuff. And also a lot of Pokemon games. This one takes me back to my childhood when life was good. Unlike now, that is. But I really hope we get a native version for the iPad real soon because I would absolutely love to use it. To be honest, even on the current state, I had a lot of fun playing those games here on this device. So yeah, definitely my first pick for this video. Alright, now that's done. Let's take a look at some of the productivity and creativity apps. Firstly, my absolute favorite, and this is only there for the iPad, not on Android tablets, DaVinci Resolve. This is my primary video editor, both on my PC as well as on my Mac. So I really appreciate that DaVinci has released a stable version for the iPad. Final Cut Pro is also now there for the iPad, but I don't use Final Cut because it has the limitation of not being able to use it on a Windows device. But DaVinci has changed everything for the iPad. What I love the most about this app is the color controls is infinite. I can literally spend hours and days just fixing how my video looks. So let me give you an example. This is how my video looks without any color. And this is with color. You get the point, right? Color is super important. And also, the thing is that if you have some idea about video editing, you most likely know that the most popular video editor on the earth is Adobe Premiere Pro. But thing is that to do some VFX and graphics related stuff, you have to switch to Adobe After Effects. But in DaVinci Resolve, we can work on graphics and stuff right inside this. We have this module called Fusion, and over here we can work on proper graphics and stuff and do stuff like this, as you can see. DaVinci Resolve is also very reliable. I've been using it with my Apple Magic Mouse. I still hate the positioning of this thing. Why do you have a USB port below? And specifically, it's still a Lightning port and not a Type-C port, so that's sad. But the thing is that it really works well with DaVinci Resolve. We can do both vertical as well as horizontal scrolling using this mouse. It really becomes easy to navigate through the timeline. Overall, it's a damn powerful app on the iPad, and specifically if you have the M series iPads, you can literally edit your entire video straight up from your iPad. Let's talk about photo editors now. Adobe Lightroom just works like a bliss. So just like in DaVinci Resolve, we again have a hell lot of controls as per color is concerned in Lightroom. Adobe has introduced generative AI on Lightroom as well. I can just select and highlight stuff and it will generate that for me. This is really handy, and specifically with the Apple Pencil, you can be a lot more precise. Other than that, editing photos here on Lightroom is simply therapeutic. I can just lie around on my couch and just edit photos, and you have so much controls and you can do so much stuff over here. I have the Creative Cloud subscription, so I'm able to import all those raw images as well. Although Photoshop is also there for the iPad, but I'm not really a fan. I do all my touch-ups and stuff here on my iPad, and then I just airdrop it to my iMac and work on there on Photoshop. But the app I prefer more than Photoshop here is Procreate. This one has actually been a major reason why people buy the iPad. It's the best app for digital art. If you are a digital artist, then you should use this app. Like, it's totally insane. The writing and the drawing feel on Procreate using the Apple Pencil is unmatchable, to be honest. And we can micromanage everything using different layers, just like in Photoshop. And also, this is my idea pad. Like, whenever I create thumbnails, I do the rough storyboarding of how my thumbnail is gonna look like over here. For example, this is my thought for the thumbnail of this video. Me sitting in center, so I drew a portrait like that. You get the point, right? It's really the best app you can get for that aspect. And also, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll keep creating more such videos on productivity, tech, and life. The creative apps are done, so let's take a look at something different. Flipboard. This is the app I used every single day after I wake up, as in, I must say, specifically when I'm in the washroom. This one is basically a news app, but this is so satisfying. I can simply sift through all the pages like this. It's really satisfying, I must say. The problem about most of the news app is that, for example, you have to download specific apps for the news outlet. So here in India, if I wanted to subscribe to Times of India, I have to download their app. Wall Street Journal, I have to download their app. But in this one, you have everything at one place. So that's the thing I like the most. Basically, you can mix match thing. You don't have to stick to one kind of news. And the experience here is so damn nice. And when you find an article you'd be interested in, if you click on it, it gives you two options. You can either view the default web view, and it also has this reader view that I really like. This one will basically open a clean version of the article over here. No ads, no distractions, and it's so smooth. Quite a simple app, but I use this one every single day, specifically while I'm in the washroom. Let's talk about some work-related stuff that I use over here on my iPad. Firstly, Notion. I basically manage my entire YouTube channel using this app. If you don't know what Notion is, it's basically a note-taking app, but you can do so much more with it. It gives you so much more options. You can do proper project management over here. This is my mind palace or the homepage here in Notion. I am able to get all the info I need regarding which project I'm working on, like what video I'll have to film and what's the progress of all my videos. And this is also a collab page, so my editor can view this as well. We both can tally on like what is the progress of the video we are working on. Also, I've created different segments for my content ideas. I can access to all my previous scripts from here. Other than that, I have some random stuff categorized on folders so that I can quickly access them whenever it's needed. This one has become my second brain kind of thing. So whenever I need to find some important info about my YouTube channel and stuff, I can literally find it here in Notion and also track my progress along with it. GoodNotes 6. So this is my favorite handwritten note-taking app for the iPad. The Android version still sucks, but the iPad one is legendary, to be honest. The handwriting feel is so nice on this app. After the new update of GoodNotes 6, there are many features it added that I absolutely love. Specifically the scribble one. So whenever we make a mistake while writing, you can just scribble over it and it will erase that for you. You don't have to switch to the eraser tool. You can just scribble it just like you would in real life. Also, it has those generate features. Like whenever you make some spelling mistake, it can fix that for you in your own handwriting. This one is like a hit or miss though. Like when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. I note things down like this. For example, I had to film the B-rolls of this video, like the overhead stuff that you have been seeing all this time, and also which place I like to add what. So everything is there in front of me. While filming, it really becomes easier for you when you have stuff lying down in front of you. Often I also end up writing the scripts of my short video over here because it's a 15-second video, so the script is this much. I prefer writing them down with my hand instead of typing because that's really boring. But overall, this is the best note-taking app for the iPad. In my opinion, that is. For the last one, I like to feature two apps at once. So the first one is Flip and the second one is Garageband, and that's a default app by Apple. Both of the apps are basically used for music creation. I'm a music producer by profession, so I need stuff like that. So how this works is that I can either play it live using finger drumming techniques and something like that, and I can also create MIDI notes and stuff over here. So let's switch to GarageBand so that it's easier for you to understand. So what if I wanted to make music using guitar but on my iPad? So we have this patch here on GarageBand that will basically allow us to create real guitar chords straight using our iPad. Like if I wanted to experiment with the bass of my song, I can simply select bass and fidget around and see what works. Similarly with Flip, you can record your own samples there as well and also perform it live. This way I don't really have to start with a blank canvas. I already have some inspiration to begin my work with. So these were some of my favorite apps for the iPad, but in case you're an Android user, then I've got something for you as well. Click here to check out all the apps that I use with my Samsung tablet.